Well, hello and welcome to another edition of 907 Sports, where it is all Alaska all the time. Jordan Rodenberger calling the plays in this one, and I got Tyler Lane as my coordinator in this one. He's still here. He survived the winter. Tyler, yeah, you didn't get chased off. I'm glad you're still here.
I'll tell you, when I was standing, what was it, calf deep in snow up there in McGrath, I was thinking about it a little bit, but, you know, we're still here. We're kicking.
Yes, it makes you stronger. It makes us better sports reporters. And we are on the back end of winter, although if you look outside, we still got a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's getting there.
And I'm watching these streams of baseball in Sitka and softball in Kodiak, and I'm like, man, we're so close. I cannot wait for that. But there's still a little bit of winter sports being hung on, and that is hockey, of course. NHL, we got the regular season wrapping up. Boston Bruins and Jeremy Swayman looking to lock up that one seed. NCAA hockey, we got David Carl from Anchorage leading the Denver Pioneers to the national championship game. That one will be tomorrow. Definitely look forward to that. And then, of course, here locally, junior hockey, the Anchorage Wolverines, the red hot, scorching, flaming, however you want to describe it. They're the hottest team in the NAHL for sure.
100%. I mean, this team right now, we saw that 12-game win streak they went on earlier in the season. That's helped them now almost secure the #1 seed in the NAHL Midwest Division. Currently tied right now with Wisconsin at 84 points apiece. They need just one singular point to lock it up outright for them. And also just looking ahead in the Midwest standings, Anchorage, Wisconsin, and Minnesota are the only notable teams left that have any other games left to play. Wisconsin, Janesville, Chippewa, they've all locked up. So Anchorage and Minnesota right now. Minnesota could sneak in those playoffs right now if they can get a point over Chippewa. But hey, it's all about Anchorage right now. They can get that #1 spot, and that would mean more playoff action coming our way.
That's right. They control their own destiny. This will be games 59 and 60 of the season. When you think back, they've been skating since September. Super long season. So Coach Nick Walters, in his first year, doing whatever he can to keep the guys loose, keep the guys having fun, and staying engaged.
It's a long season, and so, you know, our biggest thing is how do we keep guys fresh? How do we keep them healthy? How do we keep them engaged to avoid burnout, right? So we've kind of changed the way we're doing things. It's less gym time. It's maybe a little lighter in the gym. I've shortened practice. We're doing different things for practice just to keep it fun and high energy and engaged. So it's a quick rip. Get them on the ice, ramp up the energy super quick, accomplish what we need to accomplish, then we get them out of here.
Fresh legs, always a good thing. We were talking about it just last week, the bug that he mentioned that was going around the team, a little bit of a sickness, and now, just in time for playoffs, the team's getting back to full strength.
Absolutely. Saw some dealing with some injuries from their top scoring leaders on the team, so it's good to see them back in full form. You do want to be in your prime, so to speak, at this time of year for sure. And so a lot of different guys have stepped up along the way. Up and down the lineup is kind of that next man up mentality, and you see that's gone a long way so far this year.
The talent's great. I mean, from the top to the bottom, I mean, the coach talked about it a little bit. Our depth is unbelievable. I mean, he wants to roll 4 lines at all times, be able to put anybody out against anybody, and yeah, big goals come from anybody. It's hard to stop teams that have 4 lines deep. I mean, when you're putting the 4th line out there, that could be like a 2nd or 1st line on the team we're playing against. It's hard to, you know, stop those guys. So goal scoring's coming from everybody, and it's great. The talent on this team's amazing. Practice is always fun because you're always going against good guys. I mean, it can get a little annoying sometimes because you're like, shoot, like, come on, that was my chance. Like, why didn't I get to bury that? But, you know, it is what it is. It makes you better every day.
And you can tell they're having fun in practice, and although they are scrapping, this is a good sign of a healthy and well-rounded hockey team that's gelling well at this time of year.
100%, and keeping them ready. That first playoff series coming up April 19th and 20th. Some home games going on in Ben Boke.
Yes, this will be the first time they've ever hosted a playoff series in their just 3-year existence, but that's going to be exciting. You thought the Boke was popping off earlier this season. Just wait till they host those first-round playoff games. We're going to mess around because it's our first time doing this setup, and so, hey, we got you up top.
I love it, right?
We got you down here, and so we're messing around with some of this, having fun on 907 Sports because we are on that back end of the winter sports and looking into spring sports. We have a baseball game scheduled in Anchorage tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping that will work out. But what a time in national sports as well. We kind of wrapped up, you know, the Super Bowl, of course, and then what a weekend it was in college basketball, men's and women's. So now what do we turn our attention to? Are you going NBA, NHL, MLB? Are you into that season yet?
You know, I've been getting into the MLB a little bit more lately. You know, I've been playing MLB The Show. That's helped me, you know, get a little bit, you know, my guy's only, you know, knocked out, what is it, 100 home runs so far? And I've only played a week. But, you know, I think I'm trying to turn it into that just a little bit and, you know, keep track of my Heat and my Orlando Magic that are actually good for the first time in a while. So I'll keep track of those guys, too.
I know. Who would have thought that they'd be in the mix for this Eastern Conference, which it seems like it's Boston Celtics to lose. But I'm a Bucks guy. I don't know if they got the juice this year, but we'll see. They got the championship experience.
Long term, man, I'm telling you, Paolo and those guys, Wagner, they're going to be a force.
Yes, that's right. And I see we got someone mentioning the NFL draft coming up. That is coming up very shortly. And we will expect to have an Alaskan in the NFL draft for the first time in quite a while. Peely, of course, Brandon Peely went undrafted last year, got some snaps for the Dolphins. But Edafwan Ulafosio, Washington linebacker, who knows where he may land, but he's been really impressive this season.
And I can tell you just from the perspective of knowing some guys that have gone to that league. I remember I was in high school, and that feeling of watching a guy that I played my hometown in Gainesville, Florida, play for the Gators and then get drafted by the Seahawks, talking about Freddie Swain. That feeling I saw when he got picked and the energy around the entire city was incredible. I can't wait to see that here as well.
Absolutely. And what I love about Eddie is he's still like so much a football historian. He follows Alaska football and he gives shout out to South and Coach Lewis and stuff. So I'm sure a lot of folks will be watching him on draft day, hoping to get selected maybe mid-rounds. Who knows? I mean, his draft stock went up a lot after the combine. 100%. He put up some crazy numbers. We also got another draft coming up, WNBA.
Yes. I'm waiting for that, man. I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark, Alyssa Peely, it's going to be good. We've just been sitting in the office just going over, man, where are these guys going to go?
Yes.
Is it going to be Connecticut, Dallas? I'm excited.
So excited. And I did speak with Alyssa Peely this morning, so be sure to check out her interview. It's going to air at 6 o'clock on Alaska's News Source and 10 o'clock, of course, and alaskasnewssource.com. So here from the future WNBA draft selection, Alyssa Peely of Anchorage. Diamond High fame, of course, somewhere slotted, she was saying somewhere between 5 and 10, who knows, I've seen 9, and it could be Chicago Sky, which would be quite the coincidence from the most recent Ruthie Hebert being selected there, so we'll see. She said it's been very overwhelming, and you know, she's more nervous than anything at this point, just kind of want to get it out the way, see where she goes and ends up.
Yeah, and I mean, just the senior season she had from coming here back to Alaska to the dominant season she had as a whole and helping get Utah to the women's tournament, the season they had, I know they ran into that bulldozer that has been Gonzaga lately, but just in general to encompass it all to this, I'm sure it's just been an incredible ride.
No, definitely had her draft stock rise throughout this season. I mean, I'll never forget 37 points against #1 South Carolina, just putting the team on her back. So that draft is Monday night. Her interviews will be airing tonight on Alaska's News Source and on alaskasnewssource.com. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. Wherever you're coming from, let us know. I know this was some Wolverines talk with some miscellaneous action in there, but we will be back with our 907 Sports, where it is all Alaska all the time throughout our weekly, regularly scheduled programming. Let's get outside here, Tyler. Come on. Soon enough, we'll get these sports going outside. I love the dome, but let's get outside and play some of these sports.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, that's right. All right, appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.